You backcourt side with y'all on your 76er sideline, and y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I'm here to bring y'all. I apologize that I haven't been bringing you guys no content, but within those L's, you know, I got to process those L's to see how we can come out with a W. Paul George came back. Paul George showed his face yesterday. He ain't have a crazy game, but at the end of the day, we got glimpses of what we gonna see when it's all three of those guys competing together, doing what they gotta do. I'm not worried about it, and neither should you. I'm one of the first catch and shoot shots that you gonna see from PG. Everybody worried about the game that Paul George had, but he's rusty. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't played. He played that last time in Atlanta, and then the other game in Minnesota. But he's rusty, and this is what he about to talk about.
But being in live practices now, getting up and down, getting that wind up, you can't really simulate that level of cardio other than playing. And so
it's simple. It's simple. You can't simulate that type of action unless you're playing the game. So these are things that we should look forward to as we get closer to Embiid returning. So let's hear Shams talk about that for a second.
He's going to be able to make a return as soon as this weekend, but this is all a part of what has been described to me as the new normal for Joel Embiid. That's going to include periodic time off.
That's cool.
At different points during the season. It's going to include routine checkups on his knee over the course of the season, and it is all part of the Sixers and Joel Embiid's new strategy this season.
So stop worrying.
When he has never been.
Stop worrying.
Playoff.
Stop worrying, everybody. Look, this is the plan. A lot of people is just, trolling us saying like, oh, y'all a bum team. But there are other teams that's within the league that has the same record as us, and they really have all of their stars, and they're crumbling. So we're not one of them. But as you can see, it says Embiid is ramping up in those 5-on-5 scrimmages. And if you can see the whole picture, like I can see the whole picture, you should already know that Maxey is the first piece. You had Paul George game last night. He dropped 15 points in his debut game. He could have gave us more, but like I said, he was knocking off some rust. You can see how people are going to perform, but as you can see, it says Embiid is ramping up. Embiid's been catching a lot of backlash. Sometimes people cross that line, and you got to just give him what they ask for. He was responding to Marcus Hayes right here, but I don't want the reports to make Embiid feel like this is how the whole fan base feels, because it's not. The real fans are the ones that want to see you healthy. We're not really caring about this regular season, but we also want to be competitive enough that we stay in contention. So let's get into this video.
You would be taking this approach and missing these games to start the season?
It was never decided. Like I said, everybody has been on the same page. I mean, I've done it. From what I can tell you, I've broken my face twice.
Come on.
I came back early.
Come on.
Losing my vision.
Bell palsy. Hold on. I got you, Embiid. Hold on. Basically, he's just saying, like, man, what y'all want from him? He came back early a whole lot of times. He had a broken face, broken fingers, you know what I mean, messed up knee, and he's coming back, and y'all penalize him for that. Damned if he do, damned if he don't. So what are y'all going to be happy with? Y'all said y'all wanted him healthy. Now he's trying to take it serious. He's trying to take the steps to be serious, and everybody got a complaint?
When I see people saying he doesn't want to play.
What?
Way too much. I've done way too much. I think it's bullshit. Like that dude, he's not here. Marcus, whatever his name is. I've done way too much for this fucking city to be treated like this. So, done way too fucking much. But
that's that. You get what you get. You lucky you got a push and a shove. But at the end of the day, we gonna keep on rolling. I don't know why everybody is trolling us because we're starting off 1-5. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, we don't have all our stars. And right here, this is some of the outfits that they wore on Halloween. This is a group photo right here. Let's get on to the next thing right here. You got Embiid. They had a lot of players out on the Grizzlies. I thought we were going to win that game, but they spanked us in that game. We did what we could do, but they just had a lot of bigs and a lot of depth and length, which we could not handle, and that's what ultimately cost us the game. We had our guys, it would have been a different story. I'm not going to make excuses. We 1-5. It is what it is. Y'all can get y'all troll on right now, because once it's up, trust me, I'm not going to stop. I promise you, I'm not going to turn down. I promise you. Everybody that's trolling is because we 1-5, and there's only 6 games in, like it's not a whole 82-game season. Please, 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 please. I'm writing y'all names down. I'm making sure I pin those comments, because at the end of the day, I promise you, when we spank y'all teams, please keep that same energy, because I promise you, win, lose, draw, I got the same energy. But sometimes in them L's, I got to process them, and I need to see what we doing wrong. And at the end of the day, we not really doing anything wrong. The fact of the matter is we just don't have our team. Right here, you got a video of Nick Nurse. Let's let him get into that, and I'll explain what I believe.
Just the connection you need, all 5 guys defensively is one thing, Then it goes to the can we secure the rebound, and then just getting some feel of where the next pass is on offense and stuff. I think again it's the offense is a major problem. And we've just got to, when we draw 1.5 or draw 2, we've got to move it to the next man a lot better. I think guys are trying to make plays, maybe a little too much. I don't ever see that as though they're being selfish trying to get theirs. I think they're trying to make a play to help, but sometimes the play is to get off it and get it moving and get into the next
Simple.
action.
Everybody's trying to do extra things. They're not equipped to do the things that we're seeing them do, because you got Caleb Martin trying to be a point guard. You got Kelly Oubre trying to be the point guard, initiating the offense. Then you take that ball out of their hands and let Paul George do it. And as you can see, we only have a 2-point feat. But at the end of the day, we still missing that big 7-foot mother that's going to come in there and just shut everything down. I'm not worried, and you shouldn't be worried. Like I said, I got to process these L's before I get back on here and talk anything, because I don't really like to lose. I want to win back-to-back games. I can't control these games right now. I'm not in. We got to really figure out why we losing. I see the overall picture. 3 dominant pieces doing what they got to do on both ends of the floor. At the end of the day, it's going to take some time to get there. Y'all can rock with us, or y'all can kick rocks. It's real simple. Pick one. This is what happened to Embiid's brother. For those who don't know, he was walking back home from school with some of his classmates when he was struck by a truck. Just like that, his brother was gone. He was so full of life, and somehow he was gone. Nobody could believe it. It was a shock to our whole family, and honestly, it's something that we're still dealing with. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much, so you got what you deserved. Here's a video of Paul George just speaking on his return.
Turn into familiar places. It's always going to be emotional.
Hold on.
Because you spent so much time with these people.
I'm not even going to lie. I'm really low-key sick that he wanted to come back, and he's on the West Coast trip. So let's just hope that you stay healthy and you don't do nothing tweakish, that you can't come back home. And when we playing the Hornets and we got that cup game, because we played the New York Knicks, y'all kitten boys is going down, bro. I promise you, y'all really is like that. Poop, that's what y'all like. But at the end of the day, Embiid going to be back for that game, so please be ready. Right now, they just figuring out, like, all right, boom, can you get this 5-on-5 real work activity in? How you feeling the next day? He feeling good? No swelling? We good. Make sure you good. Sit out, suspend him, do whatever you want to do. We just need to figure out, you going to suspend him or you going to find him. If you suspend him for 3 games. Don't suspend him for 5, because then y'all playing with that New York Knicks game, and we don't like that. That's how we know that the NBA is against us. Can y'all chill? But let's get to this interview.
People, and you've really counted them and looked at them as family. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the wall.
Are we thinking maybe a tribute video or?
They not giving no Paul George no tribute, and he know that. We have the Los Angeles Clippers on Wednesday. We got them tomorrow, so that should be a good game. That should be a real good game. Like I said, James Harden don't play no defense. I've said that before. He's trash. He not going to do nothing, so Paul George should go there and drop 30, because he need to let them know what's up. You seen how he just said in that other video, they not giving him no tribute video. They're not giving him no tribute, so he got to go there and take off. Go there and take off, because James Harden was hating on you. James Harden going to try to take off because you got that bread, and he wanted that bread, but you got that bread. So you need to go over there and show them what it is. Then we going to head on over to L.A. and do them dirty, because Brian, he old. Brian got to chase that dude Maxey all around, and we just going to see if he equipped to do that. After that, you bring your behind home. You got the Hornets. After that, we got the Hornets. We got them on Sunday the 10th. Then the New York Kittens. That's the game I'm waiting for. I should be there. I don't give a damn if we lose to the Clippers, the Lakers, the Hornets. Long as we beat the Knicks, I'm good. Also, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They looking like they're a contender because they 8-0, whatever. Do that when our big fella is back. We going to take them out of here. Paolo Banchero, he a little bit injured, banged up right now. We going to take them out of there. And B going to play in all of them games, if I can have my way. But at the end of the day, we've never seen the finished product. And everybody is basing this team off of what we're seeing now, and this is not what you're going to see at the end of the year. We done had 2 investigations in the span of a week and a half. They hate us. Nothing more to talk about. Okay, cool. He's not supposed to put his hands on him. Whatever. But every once in a while, a nigga needs some straightening, gang. They need some straightening. Like, why is you talking about my dead brother? Don't bring up my kids when we talking basketball. It has nothing to do with basketball. That you got what you got. So we need to figure out what y'all gonna do. Is you gonna give us a fine, or you gonna suspend them for 3 games? But just don't suspend them for 5. On to the next. My man Lou Will held it down.
Listen, we teeter the line between sports entertainment and real life. I think it got real. Joel felt strongly about it, and there was a shove. Now, I don't promote violence, but every once in a while, you need some straightening.
Hey,
You really
every once in a while, what he say? You need some straightening. And you backcourt side with Jan, your 76er sideliner, man. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm here to bring you. Tomorrow, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. We going to crush them because they not on our level. We already know James Harden don't play defense. It's a homecoming for Paul George, so it's going to be a good one. He dropping a 30-piece nugget. If you don't know, I know. It is what it is. Make sure you come back to my channel, like my videos, subscribe to it if you haven't, and you already know I'm out, man. It is what it is.